What's up, and welcome back to Unfiltered and Real. I'm your host, Jalen Chavon, and like always, y'all, I don't know where I was looking at. I was just looking everywhere at the beginning of that. But, anyways, what's up, and welcome back to Unfiltered and Real. I'm your host, Jalen Chavon, and like always, guys, it just feels so good to be back on this mic. Like, I honestly do love you guys so much, and you guys give me like the courage to just keep coming back, even when I don't know. Like sometimes, like this is the job that I never get tired of, and even like on days when I'm not feeling my best, I'm like, no, the podcast is a must. Do something, plan something. Like, hold on, we have a lot coming up for season 5. A lot of different changes are going to be happening next season, and it's so funny because some of them are going to start this season. I've come to the conclusion that there is times that even though you want something to work so bad, sometimes it just doesn't. Me and Gianna's schedules have been like so crazy since we have started back school, working, like both just summer is over, and I think everybody around the world is starting to realize like summer is really over because like school doesn't feel real right now, but I guess it is. But excuse me. Anyways, Gianna will be back on this podcast and she will be a host still, but she will handle all of not 444 on the clock. Oh my gosh, I just looked up there. Hold on, y'all be not asking me for money because y'all ain't getting it. 444 on the clock. Can y'all see 444? Look at that. And y'all seen Chloe on there. That was Chloe Kardashian. But anyways, so Gianna will be up on here, y'all. Anyway, she will be on the podcast still. She will be covering all of our Kardashian updates, and that's how this podcast is going to be. We'll have a lot of different people coming up next season, and a lot of different hosts that will sit on this podcast, but for a lot of different reasons, and everybody brings something different. But a full time second host, there's honestly so many people that can do this job. And not saying John is bad at it. She brought something totally different to this podcast and honestly brought the life back to me for the podcast. But it's so different after 4 seasons of doing a show with somebody. You kind of have a rhythm, you kind of have a, you know, how you guys operate, the banter is so hard to create that. Like that was authentic, you seen it happen, so to try to recreate it, I just don't think there's anybody that can ever match that. So I'm done looking, I'm done trying to. I got this, y'all, I got this on my own. And that's, you know, that brings us into the question of the day. What makes you your happiness? You know, and honestly, guys, this has been something that, you know, I've talked about the last couple of episodes, but specifically the last 6 months, my happiness has been planning my future, my career, what I want to do, what I want to execute, and actually believing that I can do everything, because you can do everything. But I think that's what we have to look at in life, because there's going to be lessons, there's going to be trials and tribulations, all that's going to happen. But at the end of the day, I feel like you have to choose. You ever seen the quote, everybody's gonna hurt you, you just have to choose the ones that's worth being hurt for. And it's kind of like that. Like, you're not gonna, every day something's gonna happen, some may be good, some may be bad, but you have to ultimately look at your life and what am I fighting for, what is not the end goal, but what is going to make me happy, what's going to bring me at peace. And when I think about it, yeah, everything else is nice. Like everybody wants, like that's why I really don't ever include marriage, kids, all that, because I feel like everybody wants that. But my main goal besides that is honestly my career. Like I know what I want to do and I know how to do it, how to execute it. And it's all about timing. That's another thing, is that I've learned really that timing is everything. And take your time and understand that growing and becoming who you want to be is not going to be an overnight process. It's not going to be like, well, I'm a new person. No, it takes time, and you're going to go through some days where it's honestly the hardest days of your life. You're like, I don't like myself today. I don't like, you're going to pick yourself apart. But in those moments, 6 months in, I'm finally able to be like, nope, Jalen, don't do that. Or this is how you do this, or this is how you approach this. Hold on, yeah, y'all can see. I don't want that cord blocking out view. This is very, hold on, did we get there? We go. It's out of there. But yeah, so what were we even talking to? I hate when I do that because I always get sidetracked. But yeah, you just honestly got to just put your all into what makes you happy, and what makes me happy is my career. And so that's what I've been focusing on. So honestly, y'all, what makes y'all happy and what pushes you guys and keeps you guys going? Because honestly, I think how many times have I said honestly? We need like a count. But if it wasn't for my career and my career path, I don't think I would have been as motivated. Like if I had a regular 9 to 5, and this is how I know also I'm not meant to work a regular job. Like I'm meant to be my own boss because I believe that if that was the case, I could be out here working and be fine with it and, working, coming home, and that's just my life. But that has never interested me ever in life. Like that's just never been my cup of tea because at the end of the day, I feel like we all know that these jobs aren't cutting it. Like you're not gonna make a living off of it, obviously. So you already have to do more than what's expected or have more than one job. And I just feel like if I'm gonna do all that work and put all that work in, why not do something that I'm passionate about? And I hate when people say, and we talked about this a couple episodes ago, when they say that this field is overpopulated, or no, I don't think I want to do this because there's already people doing it. Everybody has a different way of doing things, and everybody isn't you. And that's what you have to remember is that people aren't going to always agree with you. People aren't going to always like everything that you put out, and that's okay. Take the feedback, go back to the drawing board if you want to. If not, keep it pushing. And that's what I learned. No matter what it is, whether it's my social media, whether it's if I don't feel like posting, I do feel like posting. I want to take today and just sleep in, or I want to take today and just relax. I do that for myself and I don't feel guilty at all. Let me tell you, living life for me has ultimately changed everything that I feel. And before, I had a lot of codependency issues in life just because the way that I was raised and not having my father there, and then my mother always working. And it really did leave me with a lot of abandonment and codependency issues. And I literally the past 6 months have been working on that so much because I had to, like, I could be alone. Like, don't get me wrong, that wasn't it. But it was something about the fear of being alone too long that always bothered me. But now I feel like I'm slowly getting back to that old me where I can be alone, and I understand that people can also be in your life, but you have to live for you and not the people around you. Because the thing is, I would get so swept up in making sure everybody else around me was fine and not making sure I was fine. And I really sometimes traumatic things wakes you up faster than anything else. And I think that's why God puts us through a lot of these tests, because he's like, hey, hold on, let me show you something. Like you you're almost there, but I feel like you just need a little push to get you through the door. And I feel like that's what these last couple months of my life has been like. And some people look at stuff and they're like, oh no, like I can't do this. This is too much. But from the moment that my life started, you know, having knocks and cracks and all that stuff, I just said, wow, God is working. Like from the moment I'm like, God is working. I don't know what it is, where I'm going, what it's going to be. But I remember exactly March the 9th, 2022. Like I just knew God was working. That's the day my life changed forever. It's the day I came out for one, but it's also so much happened that day. And then a week later, to lose my grandfather, like, and then to go through so many things and a depression of understanding who I am, dealing with the loss, dealing with haters, dealing with people talking shit, telling me to kill myself, all this in 2022. There was a lot to get here. But to be here and to think about what makes me the happiest, and ultimately like what's going to keep me going is my career, because at the end of the day that's what makes me happy. And you can take everything else away from me, and I may, get a little shooken up for a minute or two, but I'm going to pick myself back up. I'm going to go back out there and I'm going to give it my all like I always do, because I don't believe that any opportunity of a lesson to be learned should be waste. And like I said at last episode, and I'm going to keep repeating this, something being delayed does not mean it's being denied. And simple as that. 1 second. Something that's being delayed doesn't mean it's being denied. And I know y'all probably all heard of that, and that quote, or if you like on the Christian side of TikTok, and we're gonna get into that next. But like if you're into all that, you really see that quote or stuff like that a lot. You have to understand, just because something is delayed or it's not happening right here, right now, doesn't mean that your happy ending or what you want is not coming to you. If you don't have it right here, right now, it's because you're not ready. And so that means continue to work on yourself, continue to make sure that you're the best person ever. Because what you truly desire, if you're putting in all the work to become that best version of yourself, if you're putting in all that work, no matter what may come up, and just still pushing, it's gonna come to you. It's just the law of attraction. Like, you truly have to believe what's meant for you is meant for you. Forget about the 3D, forget what you can see right in front of you. You have to kind of go to a place where you have to have faith. And that's what it's like to walk in faith. You can't see everything, but you have to believe it. And when you truly believe that, okay, I'm doing the right things, I'm putting in all the work. And this is another thing. People say I'm putting in the work, but you're not really putting in the work. You're getting up maybe once, twice a week doing this or putting this much time into it, 10 minutes. Oh, I did something. No, you have to really put your work into it. You have to perfect your craft. When I do these podcast episodes, each one I put so much into it. And I don't take them like lightly. I really don't. Like, look, y'all, hold on. Not this episode, but because I do got this written down, which I don't want y'all to see. But like, this is last week's episode. Like, I write stuff down, detailed notes, everything I'm talking about. Like, I always make sure I'm covered when going over topics. And even when I have co-hosts on that day, like, you guys have to understand, we don't talk about the topics. And that was one of the hardest things with living in a house with my co-host, is that, like, we would see topics, or we'll be, and we're like, wait, we got a hold, we can't even talk about it. But that's how authentic I am. This is Unfiltered and Real, and it's Unfiltered and Real for a reason, because I don't care. We are in a world where we have to break down that wall and finally get to the fourth wall and just finally live in that idea of what's for me is already for me. We have to get there and stop caring about the narrative that everybody else is going to paint. Stop caring about what everybody else thinks of you. Because let me tell you, I don't care if it's your mother, your grandmother, your dog, your sister, your brother, your best friend, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin from down the street, Ray Ray and all them, Jack and them, Latina and them, all them. I don't care who it is. You have to live for yourself. You have to do what makes you happy. And that's something that I've been learning the last couple of months. Me and my mother have gotten into it more than a little bit these last 6 months. But what I've appreciated about her so much is that, honestly, truly, I can say this, is that she's respected my time when I'm like, Mom, right now, no, I don't want to talk. Or, Mom, we're not getting nowhere, let's just not right now. Or, I can't handle this right now. Like, it's getting to a place where I've set boundaries up in my life without even knowing. And when you start living for yourself and making yourself the best version of yourself, you're going to understand that. Poor Theo be knocked out down there. I just heard him snoring. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, so you go through all these emotions, and you kind of start to unlock stuff inside you that you didn't even think about, that you weren't even really, in a sense, worried about. And you wake up one day and you have all these boundaries. Like, I just started feeling so powerful, because not only had I set boundaries with my mother, which was one of the scariest things that I've had ever done in my whole life, because I always felt this way, but I was never afraid of my mother. Like, that's the thing. Sorry, my mother never intimidated me, put fear in my heart. But the thing was, me and my mother, we've just never understood each other. And it's not a bad thing. I think it's also, it just takes us a little bit more time. It takes us, we get there, but it takes us a little bit more time. But within that time, in 21 years of actually growing up and evolving, this was the first time in my life that I've done everything that I wanted to do. These last 6 months, every move that I made has been because I wanted to make them, not because anybody else has pressured me. Like, honestly, I've said stuff no to things. Like, we have a whole family trip coming up next year, and they already start planning it, as you should. I hate people that wait last minute. But anyways, as you should. And then I was, my mother's like, "Oh, do you want to go?" I'm just like, "No." And she asked me a couple more times. I'm like, Mom, like, I just want you to, like, respect my decision. It's just a no. And it's not even a bad thing. It's just a point where I'm just at this place in my life where I want to figure out who I am by myself. I feel like for the past 21 years, I've always had so many people influence me. And it influenced my relationships, it influenced my friendships. It was a lot of things in my life that influenced me. But now that I'm in a state of what I want wants me, what I my deepest desires is already mine. Like I just want peace. I have my boundaries set and I am good. It's no longer arguments. There's no longer this, that, and the third, because what it comes down to is this is what I'm just offering you. And it's either you're gonna reciprocate it or you're not, and that's fine, and we keep it pushing. And I think that's how it goes with everybody in my life. I don't do too much. I don't Let me tell you, I'm not finna keep calling y'all 5 times checking up to see if y'all okay, and it's been damn 5 years, and I can go down my call log and ain't got one missed call from you, ain't one attempt of call. Like when it gets to points like that, that's when I'm like, mm-mm. Actually, now I really don't text anybody, honestly. Really, I don't really text anybody. Even like Gianna be texting me like, "Are you alive?" Like me and her text each other back and forth like, "Are you alive? Are you okay? We good? Okay, we both alive." Like honestly, because for one, when you're so into you and doing you, you honestly forget what's going on in the rest of the world. To be completely honest, and then two, you also just like is they like to call it hermit mode, but it's like you kind of go into your shell where you're like, okay, and this is where God is preparing you. You know, He getting you ready for. It's like you're almost, you know, how you about to get catapulted out, and you know how they pull back. That's how it is. It's like you're in hermit mode, but you're going through all these challenges, these lessons. You keep learning, you learning. You can feel it about to take off. You feel it, you feel it, you feel it, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like boom, new life. You're gonna be like, how did I get here? You did it. And that's the thing that I had to remember is that I always painted somebody else to be the hero in my life, but I've always been my own hero. And it just took me a little bit longer to get there. A little bit longer. I never thought that in a million years that I would come out. You know, once I realized it. And I think probably the last 2 years is when I really understood who I was, but like never did I think I was going to come out. Never did I think I was going to have, because there was hate, but the love that I received and from just strangers, like that melted my heart. But never in a million years did I think I was going to have the strength to do that. And my coming out story is always so important to me because it's the day my life literally changed 360. But I knew that coming out, I was doing it for me. And the day I came out, it was probably the hardest day of my life, but I did it for me in a sense of everything has been taken out of my control up to this point. The one last thing that I have control over is who I am. And I will be damned if I lose that, if I lose who I am. And it's so crazy because this past year I had already started to truly open up and become me. And I think coming home was just a big shocker that I was a different person. I had already grew because before leaving for Atlanta, I was already, starting to, become my own person. But moving out really catapulted me into that. You're here. What are you going to do with it? And then coming back home, it was almost like, okay, you've had these ideas. You already know what you want to do. You already know how you're going to get there. This was like a test for me. Coming back home was just one big test. If I throw everything back up in your face, what are you going to do? Are you going to crumble? Are you going to fold? And let me tell you, you never really fold because even if you miss one exit, God got another one for you. Like that's what you got to understand, that just because you miss this one doesn't mean that you can't get off on the next one. That it may be narrower. Like you may got to, squeeze to get down there. It gets smaller each time, but don't think that God has given up on you because God has never given up on you. It's never too late to believe in the unthinkable. And that's what I like. We think stuff and it's like, but that can't be real. But you had the dream for a reason. Or if you've been having the same dream for 10 plus years, or the type of lifestyle that you want to live 10 plus years, and you already started putting the work in, or you started doing this, believe in yourself. It was 1919 on the clock, and that's a confirmation, y'all. We just spent 20 minutes on the question of the day in fam talk. Let's go over into some hot topics, y'all. Today's hot topics actually is all live feeds. So what all live feeds mean, and when that comes up, it'll be random. It won't be every episode. Some episodes it will actually be planned out stuff, and some episodes we won't even have a hot topics because we'll either have guests or other important stuff. So that's what I want you guys to also get used to is that hot topics isn't going to be the whole show anymore. Like when we first started, it was a big part of the show, but y'all. So I'm going to trademark everything, and I'm in that process of trademarking everything. So I'm filtering real good, fam talk good, and then I went to go do hot topics. Do. Well, Wendy not even on the air no more, and I mean everybody does hot topics in some way, but y'all, hot topics isn't trademark. So I was like, should I trademark it? Like low key, that would be fine. Like if I was the one who had hot topics trademarked, like where the money reside, where the money reside. But no, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna actually go through with hot topics because everybody uses it, and hot topic is something that everybody talks about, and it's I don't feel like that should be owned by anybody, but fam talk is something that I have created for 2 years, over 4 seasons. Fam talk has been something that I have opened the show up with on multiple occasions, and we really spent so much time in fam talk, and that's been what's created the show. That's been where you guys got to see our personalities, where sometimes we argue, we don't get along, we have different points of views, but also you get to catch up with us and what we've been in what we've been getting into since last time we spoke. And I think that's why Film Talk will always be so near and dear to my heart. And don't think this is like the last thing you will see of Film Talk because it's once I get it trademarked, it will be a lot of things with Fam Talk in it. But all live feeds is a new segment of Hot Topic where I won't even know what we're talking about because we're going to be looking at all the live feeds, all the live blogs. I'm going to scroll through, I'm going to pick some things. But today, I do want to first start talking about 600 Breezy and his girlfriend who did recently pass due to suicide. And I read the note this morning, the text message that she sent to him. I don't want to really read it right now. You guys can go on Neighborhood Talk, Hollywood Fix, Shade Room. I'm pretty sure it's everywhere by now. But it was very. You could feel each word she was saying, and to me, it was very sad. I felt it, and to be there and to see the light. Where like I'm not exactly at the light, but where I know I can see the light and I'm gonna make it through this is like I feel bad. I really do because nobody will ever understand that feeling of just feeling alone or feeling like nobody understands you or feel like you're going crazy or like depression and anxiety attacks everything you are, every part of you, every part of your identity, like it attacks it and it makes you question everything. And in that moment, nothing was enough. And I've been in that place 6 months ago. I was in that place where anybody could have said anything, told me anything, and it still was like a year ago I was in that place, and I'm like, no, it's not okay. I'm not okay. Like you don't get it. But it's so tricky because it's like it's not a cure, but self love and learning how to love yourself is a big help. It's a big help. And the thing is, so many people still don't even understand that because it's like you can try, but it's like also the environment or you grew up in such a toxic place. Everybody has different reasons for, falling into depression or being diagnosed with depression and anxiety. It's a lot of different reasons for all of this. But I just want to send my condolences to her family, to him. It's a sad story and everybody just check on the people you love and the ones and this just goes back to what we're saying earlier, make sure that you have a strong support system around you. This is the time in life to start looking at your list, start looking who's on it, looking at this is where I say start planning the wedding list. Y'all may be like a wedding list saying, but if you were getting married tomorrow, who's on that wedding list? And then once you got everybody who you want on that wedding list, go down the list. Could you do without them? And just start marking out. It's just not even like a second thought, like, but just like, could I do without them? Because if it's it's automatic no. I'm telling you that right now. Go down this list, yes or no. Once you get to the end, then look at the list and tell me how many people you knocked off of that list. And then those people that's left standing, those are the ones that you not saying give your all to, but that's the ones that those are the ones, sorry, that you start, putting a little bit more effort in. And I'm not telling you to break off your other friendships because they could be great friendships, but I'm also telling you to your support system needs to be strong at the end of the day. Because if your support system isn't strong, everything else will crumble. Okay. Let's get into some hot topics, y'all. Let's see what's going on, y'all. I just don't be. Oh, this scares me. Um, okay. Let's go on Shade Room first. Let's see what Shade Room got. Um, whoa. Someone just paid 55,000 for Nicki Minaj's nails from the VMAs. So she had press on nails. Like, I see a lot of people are wearing press on nails, I guess. But one fell off and somebody, I guess, found it. And it was on the bid for 14,000, but the bid went up and somebody, let me tell y'all something. I love Nicki just like the next person. I like even all my favorites, but I'm not paying $55,000 for something. I'm just not like not for somebody else's something that came off their body. I just can't like I understand okay when people get autographs by like their favorite artist in the world or somebody who's really inspired them and then they go get it tattooed. Nice. I like that. Cute. Dope. Got you. But paying $55,000 for one damn pinky nail that felt no, that's stupid. That's crazy. And I don't know. Some people are diehard fans like that, but I'm just not paying. That could have went to a college fund. That could have went to some bills. Hell, that could have went to a new damn car. Like you could have did so many things. Bought yourself something nice. Invested back into yourself, into your family, into your future. That people priorities are really messed up, and that's where I think people really get confused that these celebrities are just abnormal people or think they're holier than thou and put them on these pedestals. Yeah, they're incredible people that's influenced the nation, but at the end of the day, they're still human beings, and we need to start treating them like that because honestly, even like let's say she fine with it, it's just still the fact that like I'll be at home like damn like I'm worth $1 to you guys. Like at the end of the day, like I will always be like, yeah, y'all love me, y'all riding hard for me. But $55,000 for a damn nail, like, yeah, that's real. But at the end of the day, invest that into yourself. Do something for you. And I'm telling you, I know Nikki will say the same damn thing. Like invest into you, invest into a college fund, invest into a business. Like what do you want to do? Invest into you, and that's what it's like. The whole point of this whole episode is investing into yourself. Y'all, I picked some good topic. I'm a good host. Look at all this time together. Y'all see me. Y'all see me. Barack Obama and Michelle Obama returned to the White House for the unveiling of their official portraits. Oh, you know what? I like these portraits. I really do. It was so sad that they couldn't come during the Trump administration because them people was up in there. But we ain't gonna get them because I got some Trump supporters on here, so we ain't gonna give them too much. But Trump, yeah, he was in there, so they couldn't come. Barack and Michelle, I just they don't age for one. Yeah, Barack aged while he was in office, but like he looked like he'd been looking the same since he been out of office. But I just wonder what's life like for them. Like they were the first black first family. Like your life will never be the change, never be the same for one. I like even like the fact that he like no, because I guess I feel like another black person ran before, but it's like even the fact like the time we were in when he ran, it was so prominent that I don't think I could have seen him not winning. But also, it's just like they are in history, like they will forever be in history, and that's a lot of pressure. But they hold it gracefully. They continue to thrive, and I'm just so proud of them. The kids seem like they do. It's the way I be talking on this podcast. The kids, and they older than me, are the same age as me. The kids look like they're doing really good. Michelle had some cornrows in. We love to see a black queen. We really do. Because let me tell you, one thing Michelle gonna do is represent for y'all black queens, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate our people not being afraid to be our people, because some black people get up there with the white people, and they get like to get what they. And this is where I don't understand when people say I'm whitewashed. I think I'm very bougie, but whitewash. Wait till y'all hear my. Anyways, but I just think what was we even talking? I just love how they love us and we love them, y'all. We love them. So let's see what else we got. See, this is why I love doing live feeds because sometimes I be having all that stuff saved and it be already done and over with. Back on August 13th, Lil Kim posted with her arm linked with a mysterious arm. Well, it looks like the person she linked with was Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, I think this collab is coming. I'm a black man, so I don't want to really talk on. Uh, Honestly, at the end of the day, I'm proud of all these women for winning. I'm proud of all of these women for just thriving. And I hate that we live in a world that the first thought that comes to our head is all these feuds. Like, honestly, that's what I hate. It's because it's like, it's so hard to kind of look past it. But it's like also at the same time, everybody can win on their own. And that's, I think, what's the era in. See, this is times where like the old men and new me be battling. Because the old me would have been like, but Megan, I just want you to succeed. Like whatever this is with Tori and all this, like I want whatever, I want it to be justice. But to me, this whole thing has been a lot of he said, she said, and it's still going on like a whole this been 2 years now. I know it's been 2 years at this point, and we still going over the same thing. Who shot her? That's just I know y'all all be going through this too, where y'all be looking for y'all vape. Here go. But I just want to know who shot her. That's it. Did y'all hear that? I don't know what that was. That was real ghetto. But congratulations, look him. Congratulations, Megan. I think everybody should be winning. And at this point, we need music a little dead right now. We need something to like. I was watching the VMAs, y'all. Remember we was talking about that last week. And honestly, I don't know. I just can't get over it. Like honestly, after Jack Harlow and Fergie, Lizzo, Nicki Minaj, Snoop, Snoop was just so far in. Like, but I still watched it. After all them. I ain't know who those other people was. I'm sorry. I ain't know who. I mean, I've seen the little side performances, and I seen Flo Milli. Flo Milli did real good, and it's a petition going around for her to be on the main stage next year. And Flo Milli been holding her stuff, so I think I'm gonna sign that petition too. But y'all, I see my girl Lauren. If y'all don't know Lauren Spencer Smith, I think that's her name. Look her up. Y'all know her. I guess the flowers aren't just shoes for big apologies. I ain't singing right now for y'all, so y'all can clown me. I ain't had no honey. I mean, some hot water and honey. But huh, the one who doing that. But she was up there. You know who they should have also had up there? Ma, what you doing now, girl? What are you doing now? So tired, but I can't do all that because they try to copyright us for everything on here. But I'm just proud of everybody winning. Everybody keep winning. Everybody keep doing what they're doing. Roland Ray reveals he has been diagnosed with pum. See, I don't know how to ever say these scientific words. So Punin, I don't know how to say it. Okay, I'm just Pneumonia. I always don't like this. I hate science words because of why they be so big and why we can't understand. Like even sounding this out, I'm gonna look stupid, so I'm not even gonna try. But he said by 25, hello 26, just as I had the whole birthday outfit ready, September 2nd took a turn for the worse. Thinking it was something worse, I didn't want to get anyone sick that was coming to spend my birthday with me. On September 3rd, while still waiting in the emergency room, the doctor came back and pronounced I've been diagnosed with pneumonia. Anyways, wow, right? Oh, what? What? Oh, what? But I'm here and made it to see another year. Ooh, not the rhyme. Ooh, what? I'm here and I made it to see it. Let me stop. And I'm coming to slay on all you bitches, like you motherfucking reindeer on you. No, on dear, you're on. Oh, yeah. Some people just need to. Maybe I just was reading too fast. Roland Ray, we praying for you. We praying. Honestly, Roland Ray is in a lot of drama, obviously, and a lot of people talk about him. And a lot of people have negative so to say. I don't know him, so I ain't gonna really gonna say nothing negative. I said something negative on this podcast before, but we ain't talking about them. We talking about now. Remember, I'm changed. But honestly, I don't want to see anybody down bad, especially not on their birthday. Y'all know how serious I take birthdays. So Roland Way, we're keeping you in our prayers. Good luck, and we hope you have a speedy recovery. And I'm gonna do some more research on that word and find out exactly what it is. So, did anybody else know that Summer Walker was pregnant, or is this video old? So, Summer Walker dressed up as Rasputia and did a little TikTok skit. Um, and so she had a baby bump. And everybody was like in the comments, she was pregnant. Where was I? So we don't know if this is an old one or a new one, but I did see that last night on TikTok and I just came across it. So that's why I was able to go over that so fast. But I don't know. Summer, I love you. I love your vibe. I love your aesthetic. Not your aesthetic, but I love you. Um, I hope that didn't come off mean, but I do love you. So if you're pregnant, congratulations, I guess. Congratulations. What else do we got? What else do we got? Mm. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. So, woman suing Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears for alleged past child sexual abuse submits formal letter to Los Angeles County DA's office calling for their immediate arrest and prosecution. Prosecution. I'm so sorry. Immediate arrest and prosecution. Y'all, listen here. Listen here. So, Tiffany spoke out. She said, it was inappropriate, whatever, but it was like basically not intended like how it's portrayed, or this is not her, that wasn't her intentions, and she can't really speak on it because there is an ongoing case, but she will inform us when she's ready. It's so hard because my thing is, and this isn't to these people who's suing or to the girl who's the woman who's suing. My thing is, if you feel uncomfortable in the moment, don't do it. And now I understand for actors, sometimes you're trying to get that next paycheck. You're trying to, support yourself, support your family. It's hard as a inspiring actress trying to get up, or even just, doing skits at comedy clubs. It's, you just want to get the exposure, the experience, especially working with big names. But say no. This is again setting those boundaries up for yourself. Say no. Don't put yourselves in positions where this is the case. And it's so hard because again, I just still see comedians getting attacked. It brings us back to last year when we were talking about Dave Chappelle and even me. But it's like now I'm looking at it at the standpoint where like all these people are constantly getting attacked. It's really taken away from comedic jokes at all. And let me tell you, there's this one white TikToker I don't know his name. He be telling jokes, something like that. Um, no, he do be telling jokes, not something like that. But I be laughing at his shit, and his shit be dark humor, and I'm just like, I feel so bad. Or like dark humor that be on TikTok. I'm like, y'all shouldn't see my For You page because y'all may not like it the way y'all like. I like dark humor, and it's a side of me that I never really get to show because people are sensitive, and I think since I have went through like depression, like dark humor is funny to me, like it really is, like especially when you went through it and healed. It's hilarious. Come on, you're gonna laugh. We're gonna definitely keep following this case. As I can see, all I really have to say is like what I said to the woman, and for Tiffany and Aries, just keep your head up. um Tell the truth, and let's just get to the bottom of this. We're gonna follow this. I really want to see everybody get a win here, but that's kind of hard. So, because it's kind of really hard to say that it didn't happen or you're lying. So I don't appreciate those people who just automatically jumping to those conclusions. But also, it's like Tiffany, like you don't think people can do stuff like that. But even with Jesse Smollett, I mean, to this day, it was guilty, but was it? I don't know. I gave up on that case day two, so I can't even tell y'all. But Tiffany Aries, we got y'all. We looking into y'all. So an investigation has been going on in Georgia with 23-year-old John Tay Collins and 23-year-old Eric Dodds, also known by hundreds of thousands of social media followers as E&J Gang, are now under investigation for murder. Georgia police began looking into the two TikTok stars after a series of eyewitness accounts connected them to the shooting of 28-year-old Dakota Bradshaw. Dodds posted a video online to their 800K plus followers claiming Collins, who was arrested first, was innocent and doing okay. However, oh, that was his last name. I thought they was talking about the account. I was going to say. However, Dodds himself was arrested only days later. Despite witnesses connecting their vehicles in the crime scene, both Collins and Dodd maintain their innocence. Could this all be a misunderstanding, or is there more to the story that meets the eye? Now, I don't want to say anybody's guilty. I don't want to say that. Everybody is actually innocent until proven guilty. So technically, they're proving their innocence because they are innocent until proven guilty. But they innocent until proven guilty. But if your car there, both y'all cars there, and 28 people, like 28 people, oh no. Oh, witnesses. I was going to say 28 witnesses. What y'all was doing? Like, damn, did y'all announce to the neighborhood, hey, yo, we about to, like what the hell? Whoever did this, like, I just, was it drugs involved? Like, I hope it wasn't drugs involved. I really do. I really hope this wasn't over drugs or nothing like that. I can't even say money because people be doing crazy stuff over money nowadays. And I understand because it's times are hard out here. But I just hope it wasn't over drugs or nothing. Um, Obviously I've seen this whole thing. It's been all over TikTok. Don't personally really know them like that. Obviously, none of us know them personally, but I don't really follow them on social media, so there's not much I can say to their character. I just hope it's not true. It's a shame to see two black men going through this, but it's always two black men or always a black man going through something. But at the same time, I'm not saying this is like racist or anything like that. There hasn't been any sign of like that. This is just me speaking like the facts. And the facts are I'm tired of seeing black men arrested. But if you shot somebody, then you definitely should be arrested, face the charges, and held accountable for your actions. We're definitely gonna follow this too because there is something definitely more to this case, and this has been going on for like a month now, month and a half. But I just want to know what's going on, and I think we should all know what's going on and realize again that everybody is human, no matter who they are human. So look at your friend groups. I'm just saying. And I think, do we really have anything else? Oh, Drake and LeBron James sued for 10 million over a name of documentary based on Canada's Colored Hockey League. Y'all just pay them people that $10 million and keep it pushing because y'all got it. Keep it pushing. Yeah, okay, let me read this. Drake and LeBron James are being sued for 10 million after being accused of stealing the rights to the name of their upcoming documentary about a segregated hockey league as the two seek to exploit a loophole designed to to protect the property. What property? The name? Reports that the two are being sued by the former head of the NBA Players Union, Billy Hunter, who claims he owns exclusive legal rights of any movie produced about Canada's colored hockey league, which formed back in 1895 and was in operation until 1925. Wow. Hunter says Drake and LeBron went behind his back and signed a deal. The authors of Black Ice, The Lost History of the Colored History League of the Whoa, this is a lot, y'all. This is serious. Was this man white? Who Billy? Because this ain't Billy Baker. So who is this Billy Hunter? So he paid the brothers? Okay. If y'all did this, y'all need y'all ass whooped. But we ain't doing too much on Drake, though. Oh, I guess we can't do too much on LeBron too. We don't want them fans. Anyways, if y'all did this, y'all need y'all ass whooped. But honestly, at this point, if y'all did it and y'all this far in, just pay the people, get it over with. 5-5, right down the middle. Call it a day. You'll make it back. Go on tour, play in a basketball game. Like at this point, there's sometimes you have to win and lose. And I've been thinking about this a lot coming up. There will be probably be some battles that I will have to fight. And coming up with a name for my clothing brand has been so hard. And I've been going through that lately and that whole headache of it. But honestly, I just learned to let the pressure go and start to have fun. But you have to do that. You have to have fun. You have to enjoy yourself because everything's copyrighted at some point. But y'all, if y'all did do it and y'all know y'all did it, just pay them, get it over with, and call it a day. And let's just move on. Wish y'all nothing but the best. Do we have any last things? Oh, yeah, let's finish with this. Chris Rock calls Will Smith apology a hostage video. This is how I feel, and I'm gonna be completely honest. And I don't care who gets offended by this. Chris Rock, shut the fuck up and stop acting like a bitch at this point. I understand that you got slapped in front of the whole nation. We get that. He apologized. It should have never happened. But at the same time, we have to start taking accountability for our actions. We have watched the world try to tear Will down for the last couple of months. And I'm not saying what he did was right, but at the same time, Chris, just like you're comedic and you could have just took the slap, take the apology. Like it's just pissing me off because it's just like he goes quiet or he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Then he comes out and talk about it. Then he goes quiet again. I don't want to talk about it. Then he comes out and talk about it. And I understand everybody deals with it, but you are on a platform where millions and millions of people are looking, waiting for you to say something. It's like playing mouse and cat and mouse with it with Chris Rock. And I really hope that some resolution is made. I don't think there's a friendship in the works. I don't think there ever be a friendship. But honestly, I just think that Chris needs to let it go to find the peace within himself. Or honestly, and it's hard again to say let it go because we wasn't the ones that got slapped in front of millions of people. Hell, my pride to be out too. But I just don't feel like social media are running to it or giving everything a response as necessary, especially when you say you're not going to get a response and then say a hostage video. Because to me, I thought the video was real sincere. Yeah, it may have been a little scripted. Maybe he had to read off something because they wanted to make sure he was going to get everything out. But still, accept the apology if you want to. If not, don't accept it. Keep it pushing. I'm so tired of everything being brought to social media and it being so publicized. I'm so tired of that and I'm so over it. We need to move on from that and grow up, to be completely honest. Another show down. Wow, this gets easier and easier every episode. Actually, doing it by myself gets easier, and I just talked for 46 minutes, y'all. This is like therapy. And I think I was paying my therapist all that money, and I could have just been talking to y'all for free. Oh, there's a lot of changes coming to this podcast. A lot that I don't even know if I'm ready to talk about. We still have a whole season 4 to get through, and I'm nervous for this to be actually be, kind of finishing this season off by myself. I don't know how that's going to look like. But I'm nervous, but we're going to have fun. There will be a lot more episodes coming in a different format of when you guys will receive episodes and stuff like that. We have a lot coming for you. I have a lot coming for you. It takes time to get used to, y'all. It really does, but I have a lot coming for you guys. We have some hosts that will be stepping up. We have different people that you guys get to see. We'll have different conversations with different people. Unfiltered and Real will be the show that you will want to watch. It will be an hour of your comfort zone. It'll be an hour of you just getting to forget what's going on in the rest of the world. Let's talk about it. Let's talk it out and let's get through the day together because sometimes that's all you need. That may have just been a hint for you guys. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys follow me at all my handles at Jalen Tavon, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, everything. YouTube is about to go crazy on my channel because I miss just vlogging and I have a lot coming up. Trying to get through this patch of going through so many different designs, getting so many tech packs back in, sending them out, getting samples in. There's a lot going on behind the scene with my clothing line, and I know when it drops, it's going to be worth it. So right now, I'm just trying to get through this time right now and get through that. But right after I get all that settled, the vlogs are coming out and the new changes to the podcast are definitely happening. But I love you guys so much. And as always, I love you guys for watching. I love you guys for listening and just tuning in with me and checking out my crazy life because you guys know it's always a different adventure every day over here. But I really do love you guys and thank you for always being there for me and always supporting me. And until next time, I'm your host, Jalen Tavon, and I'm out. Bye.